When the draw for the 2002 World Cup was made, the Republic of Ireland got Holland and Portugal.
I remember the draw being made and thinking, good luck, you know what I mean? You don't say it publicly, of course, but, you know, you're looking at these quality teams and thinking, oh, the hell, here we go.
But Mick's team started to play football in a way that surprised a lot of people.
You know, Mick was a no-nonsense centre-half, you know, get out your feet, you know, kick it down the pitch, squeeze up, and we'll defend from there. So when he was encouraging the lads at the back to get on the ball and pass, I was absolutely astonished.
Nicely laid off from McAteer. Carr's continued to run into the corner. De Boer out of the middle. Carr against De Boer. Still Stephen Carr. He's found McAteer. McAteer with the cross. There's the goal. Robbie Keane. 1-0. Threaded through nicely for Quinn. Laid off for Robbie Keane. And here comes McAteer. Jason McAteer. 2-0.
Ireland's adventurous style caught the Dutch off guard, but they came back.
Oh, they got one back. It's Talon. And Bronckhorst. Oh! A goal by Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Keane swapped shirts with his Inter Milan.
Some of the team were celebrating, but not everyone was happy. We'd lost a 2-goal lead.
You get sick of it. We keep underestimating ourselves, you know, and saying, oh, the good old Irish, you know, they'll have a good time. But, you know, we need to start winning matches, and we nearly did tonight.
In Lisbon, the Portuguese team, which included Figo, went 1-up. But then, Matt Holland lit up the Stadium of Light.
Oh, he's got it! He has got it!
When Portugal came to Dublin, two of the world's greatest players traded goals.
Here's Keane. Robbie Keane. Fresho's cross. Figo's in there. Luis Figo.
We've got one really world-class player in Roy. He was a catalyst for us qualifying, and certainly that game against Holland.
Champions League.
The Dutch came to Dublin in September 2001. An Irish win would be enough to knock Holland out and avenge that playoff defeat in Anfield 6 years previously.
From the moment Keane almost knocked Mark Overmars into the dodder in the opening seconds, he set the tone for an extraordinary performance.
Now Roy Keane, you can always depend on him. Duck in close attendance. Keane is fouled. Duck helping it on towards Finnan. Finnan facing Cuckoo. And a little cross in there, and it's come through here. McAteer!
I shouldn't have been there at that side of the pitch. I was just being lazy, if I was to be honest. I was supposed to be on the other side of the pitch at the time. But I thought I'll just wait and see how it builds up. Stevie Finnan put a great cross in. And I was just in the right place at the right time. And I managed to nestle it into the top corner and run away like a lunatic.
It has to be one of the most courageous, the most brave, and ultimately the most effective of Irish performances that we've ever seen.
It was a very emotional dressing room that day, and you know, I remember crying a lot and being really emotional. It was a very special moment for me.
And Mick McCarthy has taken his team, surely, all the way to Korea, and Holland are as good as out.
For the third time in a row, McCarthy's team found themselves in the playoffs, this time against Iran. Surely, third time would be lucky.
Ian Hart, no mistake, and the Rockets go off over Lansdowne Road. It's McAteer, measured, breaks to Robbie Keane. Yes, indeed, such a significant goal.
We'd given ourselves an advantage going into the second leg, hadn't given them the away goal. It would almost have been unforgivable in all honesty if we hadn't gone through over the two legs.
A job well done in Lansdowne Road meant Ireland set off for Tehran with a 2-goal lead. But they went without their captain, Roy Keane, who didn't travel. Bursa had been a hostile environment, and Tehran was no picnic either.
We're 0-0, aren't we, until the 93rd minute.
And there's a goal.
And I always remember one of our lads, I can't remember who it was, but one of they like got the ball and they were jogging back to the halfway line with it, and me screaming, walk, don't do anything. The game was finished.
The final whistle sounds. Ireland are on their way to the Far East. Thoroughly deserved victory over the two legs.
I put everything in I could as a player, but you can only put so much in as a player. As the manager, you're putting input into every single player. So when you finally get the result and you're going, it's a great sense of achievement.
It was a great achievement, all right, but one that was about to be marred by possibly the biggest controversy in the history of Irish soccer. A story that 10 years on still divides the nation.
Mick let me know that. I told him where to go.
Well, not being spoken to out of the level of abuse that was thrown at me, so I have sent him home.
Just as the team that Mick built was becoming the finished article, it imploded. The authorities in Saipan probably thought that a World Cup team coming to their tiny island would only mean good publicity, but maybe they hadn't banked on Roy Keane. Roy didn't think the preparations were good enough, and he wasn't afraid to let people know.
But in relation to the football and how I felt, it had a huge effect.
McCarthy's team now faced a world without Roy. With group games against Cameroon, Germany and Saudi Arabia, how would they cope?
We'd worked too hard for this to get to World Cup finals for our folks to be detracted by what had happened, albeit as big a story as it was.
We had nothing to lose. We went into the competition without our captain and our talisman, really, and the only place we felt we were comfortable when nobody could get at us was being on that pitch.
I think we were all a little bit fearful of the first one, and I felt if we could come out of that one with anything bar a defeat, we've got a chance.
It's probably the loneliest I've ever felt walking out to a pitch before the Cameroon game. I didn't know what was going on in everybody's heads, except that I needed to get a result.
Still looking for Mboma.
In the game, you don't feel, if you're 1-0 down, you don't feel it, it's the end of the road or it's the end of anything. And we did have the belief, and we played really well that game.
That's come out to Holland. 1-1.
We got the goal back with Matty Holland, and we were pushing for a winner. I think more so than holding out for a draw. I think we were the stronger team, especially in the second half.
On the post, saves Cameroon.
The players, the team spirit, the belligerent toughness, fighting spirit comes through.
I think it gave the squad